Good morning, students. Today the date is June 19 and the day is Friday. I hope you all are well and safe at home. Students, today we are going to continue with chapter number 6, exercise 6.4. Question number 4. Question number 4 is find the least number which must be subtracted from each of the following numbers so as to get a perfect square. Also find the square root of the perfect square so obtained. Students, in the previous exercise we have done the questions of the same type, but in that questions we were to find the number which should be multiplied or divided. Whenever the number which is to be multiplied and divided, we are to find out so that the given number may be the perfect square. Then we always use the prime factorization method. But when we need to find out the number which should be subtracted or added, then we are to use the division method, which we have done in the exercise 6.4. That is in this same exercise. Make it sure, you must be very clear that when you need to find out the number which should be multiplied or divided, then you are to do the question by the method of prime factorization. But when you want to find out the number which should be subtracted or added, then you have to do the question with the division method. Now, I'll use the division method. You know very well how to solve the question by division method. In this method, firstly we make the pairs from the right side as we did in the previous questions. This is the pair. This first digit is the single digit. So students, you can see from here the first digit is 4 and 4 is a perfect square number. So 4 is actually the square of 2. So 2 2's the 4. 4 minus 4 is simply 0. Now this 2 plus 2 is 4 here. Now I'll carry this 2. Now students, I have to find out the number which should be multiplied here. And you can see very carefully, even if I'll put 1 here, it will be greater than this 2. So I'll put 0 here. So I'll multiply by 0. 40 multiplied by 0 will be, of course, it will be a 0. So we have the remainder here. The questions we have done in the previous questions, that was having no remainder. So actually those numbers were perfect squares. As this 402 is not a perfect square and we are to find out the smallest number which must be subtracted. It means this 402 is greater than the square number. And what the remainder we get, we will simply subtract it from the given number and we will get the perfect square number. Now we are to find out the number which should be subtracted. So here the number to be subtracted is equal to 2. Students, what the remainder you get, that will be actually the number which should be subtracted. The number subtracted is equal to 2. So the square number will be 402 minus 2, that is equal to 400. Now we are to find out the square root of the perfect square. So obtained, we got the perfect square 400. Students, you can see from here, if I'll subtract 2 from 402, I'll get 400. And this is the square root of 400. Whatever you get here, that will be the square root of that square number which you will get after the subtraction. So the square root of 400 is 20, which is the required answer. Next part is of the same question, 1989. Again, we are to find out the number which must be subtracted from 1989 so as to make it the perfect square. Now students, make the pairs from the right side. It will be 89 and 19. Now see the square number nearest to 19. It is 16. 4 for the 16. 19 minus 16 is 3. Carry this pair of numbers. It is 389. 4 plus 4 is 8. Now students, as we know that this 389, or you can say that this 1989 is not a perfect square. So we need not to see the unit digit. Now I'll see the number here which will be nearest to 389. Of course, the number what we will find will not be equal to 389. So we will find the nearest number, approximately nearest number, which will be lesser than 389. Suppose firstly I'll multiply by 3. 3 3 is the 9. 3 8 is the 24. So it is not. Next I'll try 4 4 the 16. 1 8 4 is the 32 plus 1 3 36. Next you can also try for 5. 5 5 is the 25. 2 8 5 is the 40. 40 plus 2 425. 425 is greater than 389. So I'll take this one. I'll take 4 here. Now it is 336. 9 minus 6 is 3. 8 minus 3 is 5. So the remainder, students, what the remainder we will get, that will be the number which must be subtracted. So the number to be subtracted will be equal to 53. So the square number will be 1989 minus 53. So it is equal to 1936. So this is the square number. So students, ultimately this quotient will be the square root of 1936. So directly I'll write here 1936 is equal to, the square root of 1936 is equal to 44, which is the required answer. So in this way you can find out the smallest number which must be subtracted from the given number to make that number the perfect square. Next part is 3250. Again we are to find out the least number which must be subtracted from 3250 to make it a perfect square. Firstly, make the pairs in the same manner as we are doing in the previous questions. As 32 is not the perfect square, so I'll see the square number nearest to 32. It is 25, and we know that the 25 is square of 5. So 5 5 the 25. 32 minus 25 is 7. Carry the pair. 5 plus 5 is 10. Now see the nearest number to the 750. So we can try for 2 3 numbers as 1 0. I'll put simply 7 here. 7 7's the 49. 7 1's the 7. Students, as this is 1, so I have tried for 1. Now you can see that if I multiply with 7, it is 749, which is most nearest to 750. So this is 7, 749. So the remainder is 1. It means the number to be subtracted will be equal to 1, and the square number will be equal to 3250 minus 1. It means it is 3249. Now also we have to find out the square root of 3249, which will be ultimately equal to 57. This is the required answer. Next question is question number 5. Find the least number which must be added to each of the following numbers so as to get a perfect square. Also find the square root of the perfect square so obtained. Students, in the previous questions we were finding the number which must be subtracted. Now in this question we have to find out the smallest number which must be added to the given number so as to make it a perfect square. So I'll do the question in the same manner as we did in the previous question. First steps are same. Similarly, I'll do the division method to solve this question. Again, I'll do the same steps whatever we have did in the previous question. I'll make the pairs. This is 5 and 2 2's the 4 is the nearest square number to 5. 5 minus 4 is 1. This is 125. 2 plus 2 is 4. Now I'll write the number nearest to it as we did in the previous question. So this is 125. You can try it for 3. 3 3 is the 9. 4 3 is the 29. But it is greater than 125. So I'll try for 2. 2 2 is the 4. 4 2 is the 8. This is smaller than 125. So I'll write here 2 and 2, 84. Now 5 minus 4 is 1, 12 minus 8 is 4, 41. Now students, as if we want to subtract the least number, then we will subtract this 41. Now I have to find out the number which must be added to 525 so as to make it the perfect square. So as I have got the quotient 22, it means the square of 22 is lesser than 525. Then ultimately the square of 23, which is next to 22, will be greater than 525. So I'll find out the square of 23. Square of 23 is 529. Square of 23 is equal to 529. It means the smallest number which must be added will be the number to be added is equal to the difference between these two, the square of the next number and the given number. So it will be 529 minus 525 is equal to 4. It means the number to be added is equal to 4 and the square number, we know that it is 529. Square number will be 525 plus 4. It is equal to 529 and the square root of 529 is equal to 23 as we have done here already. So students, see the steps carefully. First step is same as we did in the previous question. After that, as 22 is the quotient, so it shows that the square of 22 is less than 525. It means the square of next to 22, that is 23, will be greater than 529. You can find the square of 23, that is equal to 529. Then the difference of these two numbers will be the number which we are to add to the given number, so as to make it a perfect square. So the square number is 529 and the square root of 529 is 23, which is the answer. Next part is 1750. Students, again we are to find out the smallest number which must be added to 1750 to make it a perfect square. Now again do the same steps. Firstly, I'll make the pairs. This is starting from the right digit. this is the first pair 17. Nearest to 17, 16 is the square number, which is the square of 4. So 4 for the 16. 17 minus 16 is 1, 150. 4 plus 4 is 8. Now I have to find out the number which should be multiplied here. You can try for 1, 81 ones the 81, and now for 2, 2 2's the 4, 8 to the 16. 164 is greater than 150, so I'll write here 1. So it is 81. Now 150 minus 81 is 10 minus 1 is 9, 14 minus 8 is 6, this is 69. Now as is the quotient is 41, so the square of 41 is lesser than 1750. So students, in the next step we will see the next number, and next to 41 there is 42. So the square of 42 will be greater than 1750, and the square of 42 is equal to 1764. Now always students, you have to do the same step. Whatever be the quotient, the square of that will be always lesser than this. So ultimately the next number, the square of the next number will be greater than that given number. So I'll find the square of the next number, and the difference of these two numbers will be the smallest number which must be added to the given number. So the number to be added is equal to 1764 minus 1750, that is equal to 14. So it means 14 is the smallest number which must be added to 1750. So the square number will be 1750 plus 14, which is equal to 1764, and we know that the square of 42 is 1764, and the square root of 1764 will be 42. So the square root of 1764 is equal to 42, which is the required answer. Next question. Next question is 252. Now make the pairs. Now 2 is the single digit. So nearest to 2, 1 is the perfect square and 1 is the square of 1. So it will be 152. Now 1 plus 1 is 2. Now find out the number which is nearest to this 152. So it will be, I'll just multiply it with 25 multiplied by 5. 5 5s are 25, 2. 5 2s the 10, it is 125. Now C for 6. 6 6 the 36, 3 6 2 the 12. 12 plus 3 is 156. So I'll use here 5. So it is 5. It is 125. 12 minus 5 is 7. 4 minus 2 is 2. It is 27. So students, the square of 15 will be ultimately less than 252. And the next number 215 is 16. So the square of 16 will be greater than 252. And the square of 16 is equal to 256. So the number to be added will be equal to the difference of 256 and 252. 256 minus 252, which is equal to 4. So the square number will be 252 plus 4, that is equal to 256, and we have already written here the square of 16 is 256. So ultimately the square root of 256 will be equal to 16, which is the required answer. Question number 6 is, find the length of the side of square whose area is 441 meter square. So students, here I have the area of square is given. I have to find out the length of side. So we know that area of square is equal to, it is given in the question, 441 meter square, and the formula of area of square is side square, that is side multiplied by side is equal to 441 meter square, or you can say that the side of square is equal to square root of 441. Now students, it is your wish how to find out the square root of 441. You can either find the square root of 441 by prime factorization method or by the division method. In the statement questions, it is not given which method you are to use. So any of the method which is convenient to you, you can use. So here I'll use division method. 441, make the pairs. This is 2 2's the 4, as 4 is the perfect square number. 4 minus 4 is 0. So I'll carry 41 here. 2 plus 2 is 4. So it is 1. 41 and the remainder is 0. So the answer is, that is the square root of 441 is 21. It means the side of square is 21 meter. Side of square is equal to 21 meter, which is the answer. Next question is, in a right angle triangle ABC, angle B is equal to 90 degree. Firstly, I will draw the diagram. See, in a right angle triangle ABC, angle B is equal to 90 degree. Here I have drawn a triangle. Here this angle is 90 degree. That is, I have to take angle B as 90 degree. So these two vertices can be either A and C. I'll write here A and here I will write C. Now if AB is equal to 6 centimeter, it means this AB is equal to 6 centimeter. This BC is equal to 8 centimeter. I have to find AC. I'll take it as X. Students, we know that in a right angle triangle, the square of hypotenuse is equal to the sum of square of other two sides by Pythagoras property. So I will write here, firstly, as we know that this is hypotenuse, this is base, and this is perpendicular. So now H is equal to X, P is equal to 8 centimeter and B is equal to 6 centimeter. So by Pythagoras property, square of hypotenuse is equal to the sum of squares of other two sides, that is the square of P is perpendicular, and the square of B is base. Here I have taken H is equal to X centimeter. So square of X is equal to square of 8 plus square of 6. Square of 8 is 64, square of 6 is 36. So the square of X is equal to 64 plus 36, and X square is equal to 100, and X will be equal to square root of 100. So I can find the square root of 100 either by prime factorization or by division method. So this is 100, make the pairs, 1 1 the 1 0, these are the zeros, 1 plus 1 2, I will multiply it by 2 and I'll get zeros and the remainder is 0. So the square root of 100 is 10. That is the value of x is 10. That is the value of AC is equal to 10 centimeter. This is by the Pythagoras property. Question number 8 is, a gardener has 1,000 plants. He wants to plant these plants in such a way that the number of rows and the number of columns remain same. Find the minimum number of plants he need more for this. In this question, students, see the statement carefully. A gardener has 1,000 plants. He wants to plant these plants in such a way that the number of rows and the number of columns should be same. And as 1,000 is not a perfect square, so if he want to plant the given plants in such a way that the number of rows and columns are same, it means the given plants should be the perfect square. And we want to find out the minimum number of plants he need. It means this is the kind of addition. What is the minimum number which should be added to 1,000 so as to make it the perfect square? So here the number of plants are number of plants is equal to 1,000. Actually, I want to find out the minimum number of plants which must be added to 1,000 so as to make them the perfect square. So again, I'll use division method here because I have to find out the minimum number of plants which must be added. And for addition and subtraction, we have to use the division method. So make the pairs. This is 0, 0 and this is 10. Nearest to 10, 9 is the square number, which is the square of 3. 3, 3 is the 9. 10 minus 9 is 1. This is 0, 0. 3 plus 3 is... Now 3 plus 3 is 6. Now I have to see the number. If I'll put 2 here, 2 2 is the 4, 6 2 the 12, which is greater than 100. So I'll put here 1. This is 61. 100 minus 61 is 39. So you can see from here the square of 31 is less than 1,000. And the next square number, that is 32, square of 32 will be greater than 1000 and the square of 32 is 1024. It means the minimum number of plants will be equal to 1024 minus 1000. That is equal to 24. It means the gardener need 24 more plants so as the number of rows and the number of columns remain same. Minimum number of plants will be equal to 24, which is the required answer. Next question is, there are 500 children in a school. For a PT drill, they have to stand in such a manner that the number of rows is equal to the number of columns. How many children would be left out in this arrangement? Students, the question is exactly same as the previous question, but the only difference is that in that question we were to find out the number of plants which must be added. Now in this question we are to find out the number of children which must be left out. It means this is the kind of subtraction. We are to find out the number which must be subtracted from 500 so as to make it the perfect square. Basically, when this type of questions are there, we are to find out the number of rows which is equal to the number of columns. They are actually the perfect squares. So, as we want to find out the children would be left out, it means we are to subtract. So here the number of children is equal to 500. I have to find out the number which should be subtracted. So again do the same type as we did in the previous questions. Make the pairs. Now 5 nearest to 5, 4 is the square number which is the square of 2. 5 minus 4 is 1. This is 100. 2 plus 2 is 4. Now I'll try for which will be equal to, let us see for 2 first. 2 2 is the 4, 4 2 is the 8, 84. You can see for 3 also, 3 3 is the 9, 4 3 is the 12. This is greater than 100, so I'll use 84 here. 2 2, 84. 100 minus 84 is 16. Now we have to find out the minimum number of children which should be left out. It means which is the kind of subtraction. So 16 students are there which should be out in this arrangement. It means the number of children left out is equal to 16, which is the required answer. So students, this is all about exercise 6.4. Do your work, complete your notes and ask your problems in the comment box. Thank you.